So today's March 1st, and these people around, well, this morning also, they all started to give me shooting needle pains actually since yesterday, right, in my rectum. And then this morning they gave me once. And then I already recorded the video. And then when I went to the doc, and I was just running, I was going there, they started to give me shooting needle pain in my rectum there, just to make it sure. They didn't want me to go there or whatever. Even when I was just sitting here and watching some YouTube videos, like some recipes, here and there, they kept giving me shooting needle pain in my rectum. Then when I was, I came back and I started to, prepare the food for lunch. That's when again they started to give me like shooting needle pain. The moment I started, it was a veggie batter that I had prepared, and I had to place the batter on the pan, and that's when they immediately gave me, right? They always want to make issue with this particular food. They've always made it. So I already knew they're gonna make issue, so it's not a big deal, but I'm just putting this video out there. So they did this shooting needle pain, okay? Then my hubby, I know he always eats just two of the thing that I made, but it's kind of pancake kind of thing, veggie pancake that I make, but it's Indian kind, that I make. So and I make it the large one, so that way, I know that he's not going to eat the third one. But this time I just kept it, I'm like, whatever he wants to eat, he will eat from that. And he did eat a little bit from there, and then he left the other part of it. He just ate just less from the third pancake. But at least he ate. I mean, he usually is just two, that is his usual thing. And so when I was eating his leftover, thankfully they didn't put any stones in my food today, which I was thinking, even when I'm chewing the food, I have to consciously think that, what if they put the stone in my mouth, and so I have to make sure even when I'm chewing. So I have to become conscious, and so I cannot even chew my food with a peace of mind. That's what the archons want, the alien agenda, right? Because the targeted individuals, the StarSeeds, are targeted for our energy purpose, so that all our anger and all our humiliation, because when they are humiliating, when I went to take the potato and I was about to peel, immediately they gave me shooting needle pain in my rectum. Okay, so they wanted to make issue about my rectum, and then they will have somebody just say fix your holes and all that. So they will even see how much I pooped today. So then they will start making issue about it. You were like constipated, you didn't poop properly, or if I poop real good, even then they want to make issue about that. Okay, and so they will start doing shooting needle pain in my rectum. This is what they do. So it's a part of humiliation process. Or else why they suddenly started choosing shooting needle pain in my rectum, right? So that's what it is. And then so they gave me this needle pain for the potato thing. Then when I'm spreading the batter on the pan, that's when they gave me the shooting needle pain in my rectum. Then I was eating that leftover batter of pancake of my hubby, and so I don't like to usually waste food. I just finish it off. And it was the last piece. I could not even eat that part. It was like just one piece, the small piece was left, and when I was throwing it away, exactly at that point they gave me again shooting needle pain. So either they wanted to make issue about the pancake as a whole, which they've always made it, so it wasn't a surprise to me. They always have problem with this food whenever I make it. So it's the same thing with the lemon juice, right? Whenever I squeeze lemon juice, they always want to make issues. So they always start giving me twitch here. Don't use lemon juice, they have problem. So anyways, then they gave me electric shock. I already told you that it's in my previous video. I already said about the article thing. And then now again they are giving me electric shock here. So you see, that was nothing. And I'm like, yeah, already, when I said it, I already said about the article thing that they gave me electric shock because there's 29 people who died in the Greek car train crash, and 56 people were injured. That's somewhere, and you know, both the addition, if you do addition of both the numbers, it was 11. So you also know that 11 is Lucifer's number. And Ohio derailment and all these oil, I just heard all these news that's going on where these oil tanks or something was on fire. How on earth Hollywood made a movie named White Noise, and it was released, it was, I don't know if it was shown on Netflix just 3 months before or 3 weeks before when this Ohio thing happened, and exactly at the same city. How much are these people predicting? Like the Simpsons are predicting 9/11, then they are predicting President Trump's Trump's presidency, then they are predicting Kamala Harris vice presidency or whatever, then they are predicting a lot of other stuff we know that they have predicted, right? So how is it possible? There's only two ways. Either, as Montauk.net guy said, that these gene and demons, they know past, present, and future. So they know probably what is coming in future. So they know that, oh, Trump will become president, or Kamala Harris will become vice president, or 9/11 is about to happen, or Ohio East Palestine thing is going to happen. So, you know, show this in your movie. Do a mind predicting of the people and pick up the same city where this is going to happen in future. It could be that, because jinn and demons, you know, the spirits, they know everything. So either it could be that, or these Illuminati people have already planned their agenda, because the depopulation is their agenda, to have the IDs and bracelets on every people, to have complete control for their health, to monitor their health and IDs and all kind of stuff. So this could be a part of implementation that will take towards the mark of the beast, which we already saw something kind of similar thing when they came out with COVID passports, and you know, without COVID you won't be able to, without the vaccine you won't be able to work, you won't be able to go to school, you won't be able to go to government buildings, you won't be able to do anything, you know, basically not fly, no travel, nothing. So it's like almost by mark of the beast, right? Like you take this mark, you take this vaccine, then only you will be allowed to buy or sell, you know, that's what's written in Bible, right? So these people are already preparing or mind programming public for these purpose. And these people, you think that these people want to make issue about my potatoes and tomatoes here? Yeah, shooting needle pain and electric shock on the right side of the brain when their reality is actually getting exposed. And there's this lady, I thought she was Ohio resident when that YouTuber showed up on my channel. I mean, sorry, on YouTube, not on my channel, on YouTube. And then I figured, oh, she's from Florida and she's making videos on this Ohio derailment, and she's like, oh, everything looks so fishy, and you know, these companies, they are trying to save their reputation by not telling the public that the water is contaminated, the air is contaminated, and you know, they want to say, oh, it's okay to drink water. And you know, does she realize that there's a lot of agenda going on? Does she realize that the prediction in Hollywood movies from one after the other is not normal? Does she realize there's an agenda going on? Illuminati and Freemasonics depopulation agenda? Does she realize that they are working for Antichrist? They are preparing the grounds to bring the Antichrist into the scene? Does she realize that they have already made the movie in which they have predicted that Antichrist will come on stage in 2033? Does she realize 9/11 was done by Bush, which Dr. Thomas Horn has exposed? And Illuminati themselves exposed in Justin Bieber's song. Justin Bieber is a puppet of Illuminati, and so are most of the Hollywood actors and all these most corporations, banks, they're all Illuminati people. Does she realize any of this? If not, then maybe she needs to understand the agendas. Maybe she needs to watch all these YouTube videos and let the public know through her YouTube that what is the agenda going on behind the scenes. Because it's agenda. She also talks about agenda, right? There's a bigger agenda going on. Okay? They're preparing their way for Lucifer. Does she know that? I'm not sure. If she knows and she's not telling people, I'm not sure. But if she doesn't know, maybe she needs to know. She needs to watch Almas Jacob's video. She needs to watch Dr. Thomas Horn's video. She needs to watch CERN agenda. There are so many YouTube channels on CERN, how they are trying to open up portals for their jinn and demons, trying to bring the Antichrist spirit from that bottomless pit by opening up these portals. And most likely that's the spirit of Nero, because he was the Antichrist, having 666 and 616 number. And how Pope is working towards the, he's kind of false prophet, but he's working towards this Antichrist agenda, one world, new world order agenda. Okay, and I just saw that now China is opening up their own police stations here in America. Okay, all of this, if these people think that Russia-Ukraine war is like a normal natural war going on, then she should realize, or people should realize, that no, it is all part of agenda. It's part of drama, because their agenda is to bring in energy crisis, their agenda is to bring in food crisis, their agenda is to depopulate, and their agenda is to work towards Antichrist. And that is why before the Putin invaded Ukraine in February 2022, right before that, in December 2021, December 6th, he went to India on December 6th, took a 6 hours flight from Moscow to Delhi, and he stayed in India for 6 hours. Literally, the newsreader were making 666 mark of the beast right there, letting whoever these Illuminati, Freemasonry people, whoever know what it is 666, is literally making this. So he is telling the world that this Russia-Ukraine war is just a show-off. Does she realize that there is a yellow-blue agenda going on? Ukraine's flag color is yellow and blue. And when they had everybody chant, stand with Ukraine, they wanted to show public that stand with yellow and blue color. And that is exactly what they displayed in COVID. During COVID times, most of their advertisements, COVID's advertising, look up, go to Google, go to images and just write COVID-19 and just look up what shows up. Most of the advertisements had yellow and blue coloring. Why? Because they are trying to bring in that, because these Freemasonic people, they believe in this Babylon. And I even saw where Albert Pike was a Freemason, and I thought he was cremated, and he wanted himself to be cremated because he's a Freemason. All Masonic people, they like to be cremated. They don't like to be buried. So, but anyways, it is said that his body is in a temple here in US, where there are glasses made where the background is blue color, and there are 33 yellow colored rays of light that is falling. Okay, and why 33? Because that is the highest degree in Freemasonry, and yellow and blue somehow indicates, oh, now they are giving me shooting needle pains in my rectum. Yellow and blue is the color probably they use for Babylon, or for this whatever, the New World Order, whatever it is. So anyways, that is why Putin, with everything was so planned, perfectly organized plan, that he invaded Ukraine, and the war lasted for 1 year and is still going on. And in the midst, Hollywood actors come to Ukraine and give awards to this Ukrainian president, who was a comedian, who was an actor. Actor becomes a president. He's just there to act. He gets awards, and the Ukrainian military is just doing all these dance party, all kind of musical parties. All the photos I saw. If you don't believe me, just go to Revelations of Jesus Christ, YouTuber. He exposes agendas after agenda, okay, of all these Illuminati and Freemasonry people, all these Luciferian Satanist people who believe in order out of chaos. So they will bring chaos, and to bring that chaos, do you think Turkey earthquake is like natural? If they can bring 80 earthquakes in my city just for my dictation purpose, everything is all about me, it's about my dictation. They are doing all this because I'm the starseed, I'm the chosen one. Because these aliens, so-called aliens, greys and reptilians, they need to slurp up our energy, who are the source consciousness. And that is why they target and torture and humiliate, or do sexual violation, or anger, anxiety, you call it, you name it. And that is why they give me zap on my brain, or shooting needle pain in my abdomen. See, right now they gave me shooting needle pain in my rectum. Oh, look, we are giving shooting needle pain in your rectum. Look. Right? Because at the end of the day, they are follower of Aleister Crowley. They love Aleister Crowley. They consider him as their Raka, and it was Aleister Crowley who gave these people, FBI, CIA, Delta Force military at Area 51. It was Aleister Crowley who gave the face of that demon whom he had channeled in 1904. And what did CIA do? Took that triangular face of that demon and just made the eyes look just big, bigger and all that. They just twigged that channeled demon and gave them name like greys and aliens and all that, okay? And that demon itself, it said that today they call us angels and demons, tomorrow they will call us something else. It was that demon who said that. Your greys and aliens and all these reptilians, they are nothing but just summoned demons of Aleister Crowley, who was a sex addict. All these witchcraft. Why Billy Crone said there are 300 witches in the one military base. There's a lot of witchcraft. If they can give a cut on my finger, here cut, if they can cut the items in my house, I showed you how my laundry basket was given a cut, how my sandals that I was wearing was given a cut, all to dictate and humiliate me. Somebody said something about anything about my things or my doings or whatever, devil will immediately attack to try to humiliate me. And devil is basically these FBI, CIA, NSA, Delta Force people who are doing Operation Stargazer to 24/7, 365 days monitor me, remotely view me. And that is how they are able to give me all these electric shocks, or shooting needle pains, or pulling my right side of my eardrum, or ringing in one right side of my ear. Now they still giving me shooting needle pain in my rectum as I'm speaking this. So anything on the right side means don't do that. That is my programming. But if you go to in2worlds.net website, again in2worlds.net website, that lady was targeted since 2011 onwards. And 2011, yeah, something like that. And she was given the cuts on her legs, she was given same purplish marks on her body, she was given the same ear, 1 ear mute, even they have given 1 ear mute to me, the same ringing in the ear. It was all done to her, but to her anything on the right side means correct, anything on the left side means wrong. Because I read her website, these people started to do reverse mind programming of me, where anything on the left side means correct for me and anything on the right side means wrong. Don't do this or don't do that. They want to make issue about it. Okay, so like I said, even when I squeeze the lemon juice, and lately this is the new thing that they started, anytime I squeeze lemon juice, I use lemon juice, they start to give me twitch here, or anywhere else, or they will give electric shock on the right side of my brain or something like that. You know, they want to make issue about something, they'll make it. And you don't have to use your brains for that, because they just want to humiliate and have me in anger, and these, so that's lot of these, once you're in your negative mode, lot of this thick energy will go towards these interdimensional entities. And that is exactly what David Icke talks about when he talks about archons. That is exactly what Tanutsudan talks about when he talks about matrix and archonic energies, interdimensional energies, that they need to harvest energies from us. And 90% of the people on this planet are all NPCs, or like they are inscribed into this matrix so much that even if I'll try to awake them that hello, this is what is going on in the world, wake up, they won't wake up, because there's so much, these entities, they will hack their mind. Like Yuval Noah Harari said, you know, he's the right hand of this Davos guy, the Klaus Schwab. He's a German scientist and engineer. He runs the World Economic Forum, and from there all the agendas come, and it goes and spreads in the entire globe. Everywhere it spreads, all the agendas comes from there. So anyway, so even Hollywood actors go, and all the politicians from all around the world, they go. And a lot of your politicians and a lot of other celebrities, they are your agenda contributors. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, so a lot of these people need to understand that, as Yuval Noah Harari said, who is the right hand of this Davos guy, who is a Klaus Schwab, he said that human beings are hackable animals. So if somebody will watch my video and they'll be like, oh no, that's not true, or you know, this is not possible, that for one girl they are going to do like 80 earthquakes just to dictate about something, that don't do this and don't do that. It's artificially induced earthquakes. If they can do in my city, why not Turkey earthquake? Their goal is to bring down population from 8 billion to whatever, 3 billion, 2 billion, whatever, right? It's their agenda, and they have already planned their fake alien attack in next year, 2024. They have already planned EMP attacks. Now, I don't know if that will be right before or right when they will do their fake alien invasion. Does these people realize that they have Project Blue Beam? NASA has prepared that for to fake Jesus Christ and fake other gods around the world when they will do their fake alien invasion. You know why these people want one world government and one world religion? Because they are preparing the ground for the real alien invasion, that is going to be the Jesus Christ invasion, whom they consider as alien. Watch that. Somebody is doing all that blast right now as I'm speaking. Don't give out our secret. Well, maybe you shouldn't have done this to me to begin with, right? Continuous all these shooting needle pains in my rectum and all that. Oh, by the way, they do use all these noise harassment from the neighborhood as well to at a particular time, and I've uploaded videos after videos of all my targeting and torture. They do everything at a particular time. So if you see mine and you see this intoworlds.net, all the bodily harm that they do to us, all the physical harm, all the And Dr. Richard Boylan himself says, Dr. Richard Boylan, Boylan, when he talks about StarSeeds, that there is entire Delta Force, NSA, all these people, Green Beret, all these people, they work at Area 51 to do Operation Stargazer, to watch StarSeeds and Star Kids and Star Visitors, to subdue and terminate the Star Visitors like us. But if that doesn't work, then to continuous torture, to torture us physically, mentally, and by directed energy weapons and psychotronic weapons, okay? To do all this, to subdue us basically. But if that doesn't work, then they will want to have us join them. So basically join Lucifer. Why? Because they fear that when the UFO cover-up falters out, then we, StarSeeds, are going to be threat to the cabal. So what is a UFO cover-up? There is nothing like UFO and aliens. They are all jinn and demons and Lucifer, fallen angels. Why these fallen angels and demons are so afraid of StarSeeds? Because I've heard there are many YouTube videos, just look it up. StarSeeds are the pure souls, and we have this source consciousness within us. And so these interdimensional entities, they need to slurp up our energy. It's called energy harvesting. And of course, in the midst of all this comes CIA's mind control program, where they, from this continuous torture, they mind program people for either assassination purpose, like at a switch of some words or something, however the programming is done, the person will become active and will carry out that particular thing, so then there is a sexual programming, there is assassination programming, sexual programming, slave programming. My programming is mainly slave programming, dictation and slave and humiliation programming. That is my programming. Although they do sexual stuff here and there, which comes purely from witchcraft, because this black lady who went to Anderson Cooper's show on CNN, she clearly said that, yeah, through witchcraft we can do all these sexual, we can have astral sex, and we can do all of this. Okay, so that is not that's not a secret anymore. Okay, even Billy Cron, Pastor Billy Cron, YouTube him, even he says he has exposed a lot of about witchcraft and voodoo and everything. Okay, so, and he's also Illuminati guy, because I saw his pictures on Twitter, and once you're Illuminati guy, you cannot go on preaching Jesus Christ. It doesn't work that way. You are part of Illuminati, it's period. It is, you are there for life. Because when you join Freemasonry, these people are they take oath to lie, to sabotage, to kill, and if needed, to commit suicide. And that is exactly what they show in the movie Knock at the Cabin, where they show suicide cult, and they use the name cult also because they know Illuminati is a cult. You watch Devil in Ohio, they show that how chosen ones are chosen for sacrifice for their Lucifer. And the Pope in Vatican, if you think that he's a Jesus Christ, or that he's a follower of Jesus Christ, no. He already said Jesus Christ is a failure. He said homosexuality is okay, we should accept it. He in fact was singing about Lucifer, that Lucifer is the son of God. Okay, not Jesus Christ. So I've already seen so many videos, because thankfully people like Almas Jacob and there are others who expose the behind the scenes agenda going on. In fact, it's not really behind the scenes, it's right in front of your eyes, but it's just that we have never taken that time to look into it. So they are using this Pope to prepare the way for the Antichrist. And so coming back to my targeting and torture that they did with Myron May. See, they did the same thing with Myron May. He was a very good guy, and he his torture was, he was given V2K, okay, voice to skull technology. They call it voice to skull. There is no voice to skull technology, okay, unless he has physical implants. Unless I have physical implants, how can somebody sorry, there's a wasp here. So how can somebody, because see, these negative entities, they can do anything with all these creatures also. So see, they don't like me saying something, okay, when I'm exposing. So okay, so Myron May, yeah. So this Myron May, how they tortured him was, he was given V2K or voice to skull technology, or to what I call is simple witchcraft. And when he would go in to bathroom at night and say he did not wash his hands, I'm gonna go to and he would just go to sleep. Say he woke up at night, in the middle of the night. Say he woke up in the middle of the night and he went to the bathroom, and then he did not wash his hands. He came back and we went to sleep. These people will start giving him V2K, that look how dirty your hands are, look how you did not wash your hands. And they will start to mentally torture him like this. They have done this to me a lot. And so the hygienic is also the other part of their programming that they have done to me as well. Oh, you did, say my in-laws will touch some food without washing their hands when they enter kitchen. Now if I go and touch that same thing, be it a Ziploc bag or even the doorknob or whatever, drawer knob or whatever it is, if I'll go touch that thing, then they will start to either give me electric shock, or they will have some insects right in my house. Because see, when you do witchcraft, they can have these insects in your house at a particular time, at a particular place, okay? Or they will do some kind of targeting, physical, or like I said, this insect or activity, or raving of the bike engine, absolutely loud raving of the engine. That's what they will do. So this is how they have programmed me, even for hygiene stuff, just like the way they did it to Myron May. And he was a Manchurian candidate, being prepared by the CIA and all these people, because see, these people want to eliminate somebody, because their main target is to eliminate the star kids. And now they are giving me shooting needle pain in my rectum again as I'm speaking. You see how they are torturing me continuously physically as I'm making this video? So if they want to eliminate somebody, they try to do all these kind of torture techniques, humiliation techniques. They have done this with me even for my, if like I said, if I don't go to poop, okay, say I didn't go to poop today, they want to make issue and they'll start giving me shooting needle pains in my rectum. And they will have, if say I'm calling somebody to do some fixing of my house, okay, some guy will come, but he will not come at a particular time. He will delay, and then he will say that, oh, I was fixing some holes. Okay, so you see how they match my not going to the loo with giving me shooting needle pains only for that particular day, and then to have somebody say that, oh, I was fixing the holes. That happened twice to me. So this is how their street theater plays out. Now, why you would say, why somebody would do, the stranger would do this? Now, like I said, Yuval Noah Harari said the human beings are hackable animals. How? Does everybody have physical implants in their brain? If not, then like montauk.net guy said, there are etheric implants. What is etheric implants? It's nothing but witchcraft. As Billy Crone Pastor said, that there are 300 witches and 1 military base. What are these witches doing? Marvel is programming people that, yeah, there are different portals. And in fact, in one of the scene, I saw that they were literally showing black magic. A circle is there, pentagram is there, and the lady is doing black magic, and she's getting lifted up in the air. Witchcraft is being done. I had Jehovah's Witnesses come to my house for 2 years to target me especially me, and they took my handwritten name. And back then I had no clue what witchcraft was, what black magic was, but all I was seeing was so many cuts on my hand, on my face, and lot of weird insect activities in my house. This is how all the weirdness started in my life. And I then Almas Jacob exposed that Jehovah's Witnesses are the Satanists. They follow Lucifer. And that's when everything was falling in place. Oh, it all makes sense that black magic and witchcraft is now being done on me. And I have had a lot of break-ins back then when severe gang stalking was going on. So when somebody tells these people that this is the torture that's going on day and night, 24/7, just look up targeted individual or targeting of starseeds. And that is what Darlington Moses wrote a book on targeting of starseeds, where he says that, yeah, people have extreme hate for the starseeds, and they will do anything to, torture and all that. But if you really want to know you want to expose these people, their agendas and all you have to do is expose our targeting. Then all these your Ohio train derailment, and see how these people get exposed, how these Freemasonry gets exposed, Illuminati gets exposed, their agenda gets exposed. But no, you will just stay there and keep making videos after videos. Oh, now there were 5 oil tankers they were on fire. Now the Ohio derailment happened. Now the Greek train, there was a crash in Greece. Oh, there was a Turkey earthquake. But the same people are not realizing this Turkey earthquake is being done. It's artificially induced earthquakes. The Illuminati has number 13 weather manipulation agenda. They will not tell you weather manipulation agenda. They will tell you, oh, our 2030 agenda, the UN agenda has number 13. There is eye symbolism for the green global, whatever the weather thing, how they want to make everything green and carbon neutral and carbon free and all that. But one has to wonder why it's on number 13, because number 13 represents the 13 Illuminati bloodlines. What does weather has to do anything with the eye? One eye. Nothing. If you want to show weather, maybe you want to show globe, maybe you want to show trees, maybe you want to show water, mountains, something like that, which relates to weather. But no, they want to make a shape of eye. Okay? Why? Because one eye represents eye of Illuminati. Okay? So then these people wonder, oh, no, nobody can do these artificial earthquakes. Well, if they can do here 80 earthquakes within less than a year, of course they can do earthquake in Turkey just for their depopulation agenda. Of course they can derail your train for their IDs agenda, and God knows what other agendas will follow after that.